So in the first one, you have equilateral triangle that has the side of a length A, and you have another triangle that has the side of a length 2A, and both of them are equilateral. Then you have to compare their areas. Yeah. What means the triangle is equilateral?
All sides is equal.
Yeah, all sides and all angles are equal. Let me see if I have triangle here. Yeah, good, I have it. So let's imagine this is our triangle, and this is our first triangle S that has the size, that has a, side of a length A. Let me write all the sides are A. This is our triangle S. And let me insert the second triangle. The second triangle is kind of a bigger triangle. It has, it also equilateral triangle, but the sides are 2A. So basically the sides are 2 times more. This is our triangle T. And what you are looking for is to, find the ratio of the area of S and T. So let me write, you have to find the area of triangle T, and you have to find the area of triangle S, and you have to compare their areas. Okay, guys, do you remember the general formula? How to find the area of any triangle? What was it?
1/2 of height times base.
Yeah, good. This is 1/2 multiplies base multiplied by height. So basically, let's imagine that this side, this is our base, and we need to multiply 1/2 base multiplied by height. This is our h. Okay, we could kind of use this formula and try to find the area of those two triangles, but it would be, take a lot of time. So, but I have a good news here. We have equilateral triangles. Anytime you have equilateral triangles, you could use another formula. So if your triangle is equilateral, you could find its area with this formula. You can use square root of 3 over 4 multiplied by a squared. In this case, this is just one of the sides. You can choose any sides and you can square it. And let's try to find the area of S. So let me try to find the area of the triangle S. This is the same as square root of 3 over 4 a squared. And what is the area of triangle T? What we should write here?
2 arms, 4a squared.
Yes, 4a squared, but yeah, before, let me just write 2a raised to the power of 2. Okay, here we are taking 2a because the 2a is the length of the side. Basically, the general formula, let me write not a, let me write it side so you're not confused. So side squared. So basically, in this case, our side is 2a, and here our side is a. And yeah, this is the areas of those two triangles, and you can, kind of try to find the ratio of those two. And first, let me try to contribute the square into the brackets. You'll have square root of 3 over 4 multiplied by 4a squared, and 4 you can cancel out, and you'll have a squared square root of 3. So this is the area of triangle T, and this is the area of triangle S. And in order to find the ratio, you have to kind of you have to divide the area of T divided by the area of S. So the area of T is a squared multiplied by square root of 3 divided by square root of 3 over 4 multiplied by a squared. Yeah. All right. You can kind of simplify it. So you can cancel out a squared, You can cancel out square root of 4. And what you are remained with, you are remained with 1 over 1 over 4. And this 4 goes upward. And this is the same as 4. So the ratio of ST to the SS, so the ratio of the bigger triangle to the smaller triangle is the same as 4 divided by 1. So it means that the ratio, so the area of the bigger triangle is 4 times than the area of the smaller triangle. And this is the answer. So basically, all this green area so the difference is 4. So basically the area of the second one is 4 times than the area of the first one, or x, I'll write. And let's see the answer. Greater than the area of S, but less than the twice of area of S. And this is wrong, because we know that this is 4 times than the area of S, but it says that less than twice. But we know that it is 4 times. What about B? Twice the area of S. This is wrong as well, because we know that this is 4 times of area of S. Okay, C, greater than 4 times than the area of S. It is not greater, it is exactly 4 times the area of S. That's why this is also wrong. What about D? In D, it says not deducible from the area of S. This is wrong, we already found out. And yeah, the right answer is E, 4 times than the area of S. Okay, I would just kind of suggest you to write down this formula. So this formula works only for equilateral triangle. So if you have another kind of a triangle, you should use this formula. But anytime you have equilateral triangle, you can save time and use this formula, because in this formula, you don't have to find the height. All right, you have any questions here? Is everything so far so good?
Yes.
No.
Okay, we can go for next one. Yeah, it says the distance between two parallel lines is 2 meters. And the third line intersects two parallel lines forming acute angle. Here is the measurement of 45 degrees. Determine the length of the line segment from R by the two parallel lines. Okay, let's imagine that we have two parallel lines. Let me insert them. This is our first one. This is our second one. Let me write it down here, that this is our L1, L2. And we know that there is a kind of a line, the third line that intersects them both. Let me write it with another color. So we have the third line, L3, or it was written R. Let me write it as it was written, R. And okay, you know that the distance between those two parallel lines of L1, L2, this is 2 meters. And you are asked to find this, length of this green point, of this green line. Let me do it blue, so you're not confused.
We can say that it's a triangle.
Yes, you can kind of continue a perpendicular from this point, and you can build a triangle, right? And what we know that this is 45 degrees, right? And if we did perpendicular line, we know that this is 90 degrees, right? And what's the measurement of this angle then? If this is 90, if this is 45, yeah, this is also 45, because the sum of the angles is 180. And this is the sum of three angles, right? You just remove from 180, 90, minus 45, and you'll have 45. All right. What does it tell you that those two angles are 45 degrees?
They're equal.
Of course, they are equal, 45, of course. But it tells us that the lines, those two lines, are equal. It says that our triangle for sure is right. So this is the right triangle. And also this is isosceles triangle, means that the two lines are equal. Kind of the two legs of these triangles are equal. So we can write it as A, and we can write it as A as well, because they are equal. So from this point until this point, this is A, and from this point until this point, this is A. And we already know A, right? Because this perpendicular, this is just a distance between those two lines. So our A is 2 meters. And we need to find out this blue line. In our case, this is, let's denote it as C, and this is our hypotenuse. And how could you find this hypotenuse? From this
2 square multiply 2 square.
Like I will just
2
write
squared plus 2 squared.
Yes. Good. But before, I'll just write the general notion of hypotenuse. Like get the Pythagorean theorem. C squared equals to A squared plus B squared. This is when you have a right triangle. And this is A, and this is B, and this is C. But in our case, we have AA, right? We have two legs are equals to each other. So in our case, we can, instead of B, we can write A. So basically you have C squared equals A squared plus A squared, which is the same as C squared equals to 2A squared. And yeah, you can kind of replace, instead of A, you can put, you can plug 2 meters, because we know already the measurement of A, and you will have C squared equals to 2 multiplied by 2 squared. And this is the same as 8. And C squared, this is the same as 8. You take square root of both sides, and you'll have that the C equals to, so this A, you can rewrite it as square root of 4 multiplied by square root of 2, and square root of 4, this is the same as 2, right? So you could write 2 multiplied by square root of 2, and this is your answer. So the length of the C, this is 2 square root of 2. This is the answer B. Okay, you have any questions here?
No.
Okay, I will just write it down here. Anytime you have isosceles and right triangle, just remember that you could rewrite it, the dependence from hypotenuse, you can rewrite Pythagorean theorem in this way. C squared equals to A squared plus A squared.